Howdy doody, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we've got music today. Oh, we've got music. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we're back. And unlike most sessions, we're starting off where we left off last session. I'm not going to do a full recap, but at the moment we are currently defending what seems to be a rather lost town. A princess from a tower has been saved by a guy with a Texan accent, and the town appears to be surrounded by zombies, and perhaps some living mixed in as well, seeing as there are the occasional arrows flying down from the heavens toward you. Lothar, one of your more experienced and reliable guards has run to approach. I've got your lantern, sir. Ready to cover your retreat.
Great. Set fire to the barricades as we retreat. Hopefully they won't just come clambering over at us.
Roger what, sir? Runs off, and with 5 zombies that are in the process of climbing over a barricade. Hurls it, oil spilling all over them. All 5 instantaneously bursting light, providing a little bit of extra fuel to your fire. It's only 1 lantern, however, and all around you, the walls are being climbed.
Right, time to fall back.
Okay.
Shout everyone to start retreating back, not turn and run, fighting retreat.
Fight and retreat. You want to roll me a leadership roll? I'll give you an average to carry over from the momentum of last session.
I'll just get rid of my what's it name? Oh, it's going to be one of these sessions, is it?
I mean, it could have been worse. It's going to be. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do to roleplay that. We're going to have a zombie make an attack with against a few of your guard, just kind of see what happens. Okay. One of your mercs is dead. Clawed down by... oh no. You don't get a refund either, that's the really bad news.
It's alright, I didn't pay for them.
As you were calling for the retreat, he turns towards you to listen to his instructions. He has an arm reach over his shoulder, pulling him backwards into a crowd of 3 of them. They commence with chomping down on his flesh. Screams are rather horrific and perhaps help to assist in the rest of the retreat. So, I will assume now the group of you hastily make your way through the market, heading up north to what is hopefully an empty gate. Heading into the market, you can see stood in the centre a lot of civilians, and Henrik is in the middle. Sorry, I meant to say Heinrich.
No, you bugger, it's Henrik, and you know it.
Is in the middle, appearing to give some instructions. Henrik, you're surrounded by flustered people that are panicking, and you're slightly posher than them, so most of them seem to be looking to you for guidance.
Okay. I'm basically trying to give them instructions and usher them to the wall, to the north gate. Trying to get them to help each other. People falling over if they're milling about, trying to pick them up and pass them off to someone else, just to try and get them herded as quickly as possible.
Okay. Make me a leadership roll, please. Average. They are poorer than you, after all.
Average leadership. It's going to be one of those games.
Okay, lurching slowly out of one of the corridors, 3 zombies. Fortunately, they're slow enough that a few of the villagers turn around, lady screams and faints, proceeds to be carried away, and the villagers start running. Jebediah, interesting side note for you, you haven't really been counting them, and yet you know that there's approximately 93 people here in this square, including yourselves.
Right. There's a whole lot of us. We gotta get us out of this town. Where's the best way out of here, Lothar? You're a strategist, right?
The way that they aren't pointing back at the enemy.
All right.
I'm kind of focusing on fighting off the zombies and trying to organise the guard.
Henry, what's going on up here?
I'm just trying to get this lot moving. They're all in a bit of a tizzy, I'm afraid, and well, it's not going to be good if they don't get their asses in gear.
Come on, you lot. Y'all want to die here?
Quite a few are screaming and running, some of which in the right direction that Henrik had pointed them to, heading up north.
Can I run through the crowd screaming head north?
Sure. Make me a... Kind of want to be as loud as possible. I mean, we're kind of going with leadership or intimidate, I guess.
I think we've all got the same goal. Is there any way we can, like, help him in some way?
Yeah, I'll count all of your actions as separate toward the same goal. Henrik's already done a bit of leadership.
Okay.
All right, so challenging.
Yeah, you're poor.
Hydra,
Yep.
can you change the camera window back to the chat
Doink.
so they can see the rolls?
Oh, these greedy viewers. Roger. Okay. A few people pay attention to you. Some though just look at your bird mask, or crow mask. One of them even says, "Is he one of the Tarlites? Oh, I don't trust him. He's going to murder us."
No, I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to get you out of here.
Which one said that? This one. Don't trust him. He's a Tarlite. Runs off. Gets eaten by a zombie. Right. We've got a lot to do today, okay? We're not going to go into all the gory details. Jebediah, make a roll for a thing that you're doing, please.
Yes, leadership?
Sure, it depends what you're doing, though.
I'm trying to get these people to follow us out of town.
Yeah, leadership, yep. Average. Okay. You're also poor. Challenging, sorry.
Challenging, got it.
I lied.
Oh.
Okay. A few more people listen to him. You gather a crowd of probably 5 or so villagers. The rest are a little bit slower, but everyone starts moving toward the northern gate, which is quite literally a single gate, measuring 3 feet wide. Secure, though. As you arrive at the gate, Lothar, guard are there waiting. Sir, what are we doing?
Need to get this gate open and get these people through as quickly as possible. We're going to send some guard out ahead, make sure that there's nothing waiting for us, and then the rest of us are going to have to try and slow down what's coming through town.
Might I suggest that some guard on the other side are there to just make sure that they don't plug the gap, as it were?
Well, yes. I'm hoping they'll get through. Between the lot of you, you'll be able to organise them through.
Right, sir. You may want to hurry.
Yes, I'm well aware.
No, sir. We really need to hurry. Points out it's a iron gate. To your left and to your right. Picture Pac-Man about to eat you. You're kind of in his mouth and you need to run out. Just to sort of a visualization of the geometry of the situation.
So there's a pincer maneuver of undead coming round it.
They're effectively moving up from the east and west to fully encircle the town, so some of which is going to overspill toward you. And yes, in other words, time is going to be of the essence.
Are you talking about from inside the gate or outside the gate?
Outside the gate.
Outside the gate.
The majority of the forces are outside the wall still. You're looking at handfuls of zombies that are trickling over the walls, having climbed on the limbs and corpses of others.
Right, I'm going to leave about 5 of the mercs at the back to just make sure that they don't get nibbled on while they're trying to get through, and then I'm going to grab the rest of them and I'm going to go through with them and split into 2 parties to try and hold
Okay.
an exit route.
So, as you're moving forward to assess your options, you can hear one of the guard behind you. Try to form an orderly queue, please. Try not to push. And you just basically have a mosh pit of everyone stampeding towards this gate, pushing and shoving. It's a little bit messy. The frail and the weak occasionally crying out in pain. It's full-on panic. But we'll go to perhaps a better visualization of what's going on. A particularly dark day. A few of the villagers breaking through. I'll ask if you have a particular plan at this point in time. I would say you have moments before some of these dead are going to be in your way.
Yeah, I was going to split off with one group of guards and get the mercs and guards that are left over. So split them into 2 groups and basically form lines that we can try and keep a passageway clear to the wood line.
Okay, so you're going to form like a walkway with guards lining the sides. How very I like the visual of it. Henrik, Lazarus, Jebediah, let's check in with you guys. During this let's just call it hell, what are you up to?
My screen is mostly black right now.
Okay, mostly black? Yeah. Have you tried opening your eyes?
Ah. There we go.
There you go. Works every time. Didn't give you vision. So I'm just putting a few zombies on here for artistic effect. There's a hell of a lot more of them than that. Okay, gentlemen.
I can't see any. Oh, yes, I can. No, I can. All right. So they're very close.
They're not quite that close, but you're going to have people coming out of here. There's 100 people trying to get out of a small gate. You are going to have some of these guys running across free as Willy, but the latter half of the civilians are going to get mobbed if you were to run away right now. So I would say you have about 15 seconds before you're going to be hearing the clash of steel on flesh.
Okay. I want to kind of get up towards sort of the head of the group.
Okay.
As they're going away, sort of leading them a little bit. All the while, I've got my bow out, an arrow sort of knocked, just in case it comes down to doing it. So, kind of doing that sort of forward scout kind of idea.
Okay. Could you roll me a perception roll, please? It's going to be challenging because as this horde has approached the town, so has the darkness and the mist. But roll well, and I'll give you a bit of bonus to your vision. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna increase you to. There you go. You can see a bit better. I will say there's probably 1 or 2 odd stragglers that are in your way, but it's not a particularly notable amount. So there you go. But you're able to spot them and you're able to point them out. We'll come back to what you want to do about that in a moment. Jebediah.
Mm-hmm. How many undead do I see right now?
Depends how far you're looking. Roll a perception before, be please. Challenging.
Okay.
That, sir, I would say in your immediate vicinity, you probably have the region of about 15 of them that are going to be on you imminently, and probably about 300 and 25 that will be with you in the next 3 minutes at their current velocity.
Oof. Okay.
This is all taking it. But if anyone's wondering why I'm talking shit when it's Jebediah, it's because he's got supernumerate. So he's already calculated their mass and volume and speed per square inch.
Yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to try to just, I guess, stick close to this group of survivors, defend them if anything gets in proximity, but try to mostly just keep on the move with them if at all possible.
Okay, so I will say that at this point, this is one group, but you're going to have a continual stream by your estimates for the next minute and a half of people running. So, yeah, so you've got a stream of people running across, depending on their run speed. You can certainly move off ahead if you like, and sort of keep up with the first group to perhaps clear the way. Lazarus, checking in with you now.
I'm moving right where I am, and I'm gonna, seeing the zombies, I'm gonna shoot my sling at one of them.
Sure. Take a free shot instead of preparing. Why not just throw a rock at one of them? Seems logical. You can see some, so I'll let you just target and make me a roll. Woof. 60 yards is the range of your sling, so you're going to be looking at a average roll for your range. Let's see if it adds that again afterwards.
Oop.
That would be a no. Whew. Rock goes wide. Now, gentlemen, I am going to ask each of you to roll me 1d10, please.
1d10.
Okay. 4, 4, 4, 10. 18. Okay. Marvellous. That is how many are going to be safely making their way across. They're not going to do this right this second, but we're just going to use this as a tally to see how good a job you're doing. We'll give you bonuses and penalties depending on how this round goes, because now the fighting starts. Fun times. We're going to roll initiative for all of you. And we'll roll initiative for zombies too, so give me a second while I add them to the initiative order. Doink, doink, doink. And you can basically each get almost you would expect to be attacked by a couple of zombies. There's a fair few guard, but there's also a fair few zombies. We'll see what your initiative is like. Bodyguard is going to tie up one of them. We're not going to roll for all of the NPCs because that will take all day. Henrik, you're up first.
So it's the closer ones, not the ones ahead of us, that are included in this for now, for this battle. Don't need to worry about right this
you
second.
can attack anything you like. If you do something good, it'll give you a bonus.
Okay, I'm going to target this side. That one there, and I'm going to fire an arrow at it.
Okay. You see him lurching towards one of the guards, club raised above his head.
And is this just a standard challenging, or...?
This is at your range, I would say, because you are using a longbow. It's going to be an average, yeah, given your range. Okay, good stuff. That is going to be a nice juicy 12 damage. For some reason it doesn't apply it automatically because it says it's opposed. Right, cool. Well, still, that's going to be a hit. Ah, I know why. It's because I'm using my camera instead of my other thing. 12 damage. That is... Oh, wow, that is actually enough to take one down. Okay, cool. Straight through the right upper chest as the torso meets with the shoulder. Presumably there is an organ in there somewhere as this creature flops to the floor and then begins crawling instead. Lazarus.
Yes.
You've just fired. You're up. It's your turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to target the middle one now, because the top one's dead, correct?
It's crawling.
Oh, it's crow. Well, let's try and cripple another one.
Okay.
Average.
Yep, average.
Boom.
That's pretty tasty. I like it. That is going to be... Please hit it in the head. Right leg. Ah, okay. Nearly enough to take one down. Stumbles as you hit it in the right thigh. And then starts like doing the sideward shuffle towards you with a limp leg. Still standing, still moving, but very much damaged. The watch are going to go in, and I say the watch, these are effectively the mercenaries. Actually, they're going to do one of those things that is otherwise known as a cool check. I'll give them a bonus because there is a group, and yeah, okay, they're going to roll as a group, by the way, so they better pass. They pass. Congratulations. They're going to be joining you in this fight. That's going to be really useful. So, they're going to go in and tie up the majority of these zombies on the left. I'm not going to do all of the attacks for everyone. Crawling zombie is going to just sort of there. Move a little bit closer. And Lothar, you're up.
Do I need to do a cool test to charge?
Yes, you do.
Challenging?
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. And charge into this group.
Charge in. Swing away, sweet prince.
Yeah. Find my weapon. Fucking why? Why am I at -10?
You might still be subject to fear, so I can't do anything about that. Just ignore it.
Okay.
Just delete it, because I don't understand Foundry anymore. It just tries to do stuff without me, and it just makes things worse.
Just set that to 0, put charging on.
Yes.
And...
Can you kill one in one?
Oh, without roll.
Not with a
Might
roll
well
like
re-roll
that. What's he going to roll?
I'm gonna re-roll it.
I mean, technically you still won.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
This is
-2.
hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, you do damage him and you do hit him.
Yeah.
Okay. A hit in the chest with your spear. Let's just say it goes straight through one of the like rotten pieces of flesh that just falls off to the side, and you're Normally people would say that's painful, but this creature just continues to raise a sword above its head and, well, motion it towards giving you a sneaky jab. What we'll do first is one attack on Lothar just before the crowd make their way in. And I will say that Town Guard are here assisting too. So, one attack on Lothar. What I'll do is just give you one attack with an outnumbering bonus against you, effectively.
Might have 2 advantage because I charged and landed.
Yes, you are.
Cool.
And we have one charging zombie. Let's go. Let's see what you can do. Okay, never mind. +0 to beat.
Sorry, I'll roll dodge because I'm on it.
Okay, an easy dodge for you. You're up to 3. Jeremiah.
All right, I'd like to see if I can charge one. Oh, the one directly under Lothar. He says a cool test. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, challenging.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a very nice roll.
All right. Right then. It looks like I gotta hold the line back so these folks can get on out of there. Y'all hurry up now. Yeah, I'll do my roll.
Make your roll. Charge and average. Now outnumbering. Zombies everywhere.
Average?
Challenging.
Challenging. Okay.
Yeah, melee's basically always challenging, unless you've got some other bonuses, in which sometimes I say average just to give you the +20 to save saying +20, but yeah, that's on me. Okay, so we're going to roll a zombie in response.
Has everyone else seen the opposed test? Because I don't see any of the opposed rolls. Was it just me?
Yeah, they're listed as private GM rolls, which is why I'll just change that. You will see them from now on. But it means you don't see any of my BS that I'm doing. Lies. I haven't been... that actually, you do hit the zombie in the chest, and it does not do a lot as you realise it's wearing a leather jerkin, and your boat hook kind of scratches and scrapes against the surface. Yeah, it's not happy. Right.
Now ready.
Lazarus is going to be relatively safe as he's staying within the pack shooting. Henrik, you've made your shot. I will say mobs move closer, Henrik, and soon you're going to have a handful of zombies to be dealing with, but not this round. Right, top of the round. Let's have... Ooh, I think rather than rolling a d10, let's make, for those who aren't... Actually, let's have a passive... I'm just thinking the best way to do this. Anyone that is not in melee, roll a leadership test. I'll roll for Yodicus as well, who is currently there holding a princess, because he's basically going to be yelling for people to move across. I'm
assuming this is going to be a challenging because we're in combat.
Yeah, and there's... Yeah.
What you doing, Yodicus?
Okay, this is just to get some bonus people across the line. You didn't do that well.
No.
Okay. And we have... Did I really just... Wow, okay. 9 extra people. So you're up to 35 that are going to make it safely across. But what's going to happen this round is basically you're going to be attacked with a higher weapon skill as there's more zombies piling in. So it's up to you how long you want to stay and how many lives you want to save. Henrik, you're up first.
Well, I can see this group coming in on the right-hand side, so I'm going to target the first zombie, and I'm going to hand him, or her, an arrow. Now, will this be... What's the range on this?
You sure you don't want to shoot it from your bow?
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that. It's probably easier.
Yeah, it'll be average. Basically, if you run up to them, it'll be point blank, but otherwise, call it average. Okay, 9 damage. Pretty reasonable. Okay, you now have a zombie with an arrow straight through the centre of its chest, lurching slowly towards you. It does look like you could probably push it over now. It's moving at a slower pace, but it's still moving. Lazarus.
Yes.
You're up.
That zombie that is crawling, that's the one closest to me, right?
It is indeed.
Okay. I'm going to shoot a rock.
It is laying down, making it harder to hit, amusingly. So this will be a challenging roll.
Roger. Challenge. Huzzah.
Damn, son.
That'll do it. Yeah. So, sure. So you get it right in the leg and you hear the sound of bone crunching, and it's hard to even visualize how the hell this slows down a zombie. So I don't know. The leg falls off and gets snagged on a rock, and now the zombie is having struggling to pull itself free from its broken leg that is now twisted around a rock it's trying to crawl over. But it is still crawling, just even slower than it was before. Watch are basically tying up on the left and tying up on the right. I'm going to do one attack from the watch and I'm going to do one opposed test between the Watch and the Zombie. How about that? And we'll just see who wins. Yeah, sure. Man, the Watch are pretty good. They don't have weapons? Okay. No, the Watch are not good. What? I lied to you. I lied to you. Okay.
Oh, wow, what?
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Your Watch are completely overrun on your left flank. Apparently, they decided to go into combat and they have no idea how to fight against the undead. Things are falling to pieces. One of them's dead. And the other two are definitely considering running away at this point. That went downhill rather quickly. Let's move over to Lothar, who is balls deep in zombies right now.
Yep. So I'm just going to carry on trying to get my balls out of this particular situation.
Okay, good luck.
Indeed. Certainly if you keep rolling fucking 90s.
Well, that's like an upside down 90 if that makes you feel a bit better. Okay, 10 damage. I mean, yeah, sure, we'll roll. I won't give them too many bonuses to defend, but they will get their bonuses to attack. Okay, definitely one dead. Definitely, you peel one of them off of you. If we get a successful attack from the bodyguard as well, then you're going to be free to move. We'll come to that in a moment. First, it's Jebediah.
Alright, just attack him.
Excuse me while I manage two screens. Please keep in mind that what's going on the screen is a visual representation and symbolic of what is happening, and ultimately there's a hell of a lot more. I just don't want to crash Foundry every 10 seconds. So, -3 to beat. Question is, Jebediah, are you feeling lucky?
Hope so.
I can't believe they rolled a natty 1. Okay, successful defense from the zombie. Lothar is still engaged. However, we'll do bodyguards aplenty. Oh man, their stats suck as well.
Oh, good.
Sorry, mate. Okay, let's do their roll. Okay, and let's see how they do against the zombie. There you go. Fortunately for you, Lothar, one of your guards stabs the zombie straight. Where was it? Cuts off the arm. Goes to swipe a sword at you. Raising it just above its head, you hear a clean shing. One of your guards, in fact, one with a spear, why not? Slices it in two with a lateral swipe. You are free, momentarily. But you're still going to be attacked by charging zombies this round. Let's go for Lothar first. I will allow you to move away if you need. I mean, you've got advantage anyway, so you'll be fine. Everything's fine. That wasn't with a charging bonus. Hey! Zombies learned how to attack. Oh, never mind. Screw you, Lothar. Ruined my fun.
Yep, right back at you.
Oh my god, a zombie might actually do some damage to someone. No, never mind. Nope. Okay. Because it didn't get the charging bonus. That's what did it. Fuck it. Well, I'm going to use the charging bonus against Jebediah. I've learned my lesson. There we go. Natural 3 to beat Jebediah.
Alright.
You can do whatever you like. There's 3 zombies
I think I'll dodge.
come lumbering toward you. That's pretty tasty. Okay, fine. Zombies don't do damage. This one's just kind of like crawling towards you, Lazarus. Okay, in terms of making sense of how many zombies there are, let's now say, for visuals, my visuals. I really like the fact it pasted the same. I made 20 zombie tokens. I refuse to copy and paste the same one. Okay.
Well.
No, apparently there's only 2 of them. Okay, well, I'll do this while you roleplay. By roleplay, I mean Henrik, it's your turn.
So, I mean, is this line actually moving forwards, or is everybody just leaving the gates and then clumping up?
You're all moving forward. Imagine this map is on a conveyor belt.
Right, okay.
It just saves me moving the tokens.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that
So
we were moving at the same time.
Yeah, I will say at any moment you could probably drop it, sprint, and head into the woods and find out whatever's in there. But at the moment, if you wish, you could be, let's say, like halfway across this.
Okay. So I kind of want to get the people moving.
Yep.
So I think rather than making an attack this turn, I'm sort of going to step aside a little bit, out the sort of the convoy, as it were.
Okay. Average leadership.
Just start saying, "Get your asses moving," and waving my arms to get them shifting.
Okay.
Average leadership. I've got advantage at the moment. Do I turn that off?
I will give you that because you shot one with a bow, and that's very impressive. One of them next to you is... Well, the guy next to you only saw you shoot one, so wasn't paying attention for the other one.
There we go.
Okay, a bonus 5 people will make it across. For the sake of speeding things up, roll 4d10. See how you do now. 16. So let's just call that 21. Blink. So that is
just over halfway through, people.
Yeah, absolutely. You're on like around it to 55, but you're slightly above that. Okay, congratulations. Let's say Lazarus is up next. Henrik, you're also, I will say, more than likely going to get a zombie start bumping into you as they are closing in.
Yeah. Can I also, because I'm going to recognise that I can't use my bow, can I also, while I'm shouting at them, just switch to my hand weapon?
Yeah, you can certainly do that and seem even more heroic. Just continually restart music. Hashtag I love Foundry. Lazarus, what's up?
I'm switching hands, so I'm going to hold my sword cane in my right hand, and I'm going to... Do I outnumber this zombie?
No.
Oh.
Just stomp on its
There
head.
are more zombies than are on the map. And given he's on the floor, you do get an extra bonus to attack in melee. Do you really have... I don't think that's actually your stats. You don't have 15 weapon skill.
25.
Yeah, so you can add your 10 on. And an extra 2 because he's on the floor. So what we'll do is roll. Okay.
Well, that was charging as well.
Yeah, sure. We'll add that in too. Ugh. Okay. Finally, the stab through the head. The one in front of you dies. Huzzah! You're on 2 advantage as well. Lothar, you are.
I'm not actually engaged with this one that's above me, am I?
You can
bodyguard killed.
Wiggle out if you need.
Well, I was just going to glance to the other side of the line to see how the others are getting on.
I'll give you a free perception test. Challenging. No. Easy. No. For free. They're not doing very well. You can tell by the screams.
Fantastic.
The left flank is definitely about to collapse. The mercenaries suck.
Right. Well, in that case, then I will yell to these guys to hold the line here, and I'm going to disengage and leg it across to the other side.
Okay.
So I'll just be the other side of the column, I guess. I don't think I'd be able to make it into combat unless they're a lot closer than I'm expecting.
I mean, I will say there's so many zombies that, and such a mixed up mosh pit that you can roll an attack anyway.
Okay.
So, for the sake of it making a bit more sense, we're probably now in a little bit more of a. Although you were trying to organise a line, actually, so a crumbly line, but sure, it's a line with some soggy bits.
I would have lost 1 advantage for disengaging, wouldn't I? Get it back in charging.
Yeah. Do you have the tenacious thing?
No. Or do I lose all of it to disengage?
You lose all of it to disengage, unless you have tenacious, in which case you only lose 1.
That's fine.
But I mean, you can get it back just by whacking 1 now. So let's see how you do.
Yep. Well, charging.
Feel free to get death blow as well.
I would love to. Oh, that was almost a roll of 7.
That was almost a roll of 7.
That.
I love how the visuals on the dice. So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see how the. Okay. That's 9. If they roll really badly, but not. Okay. So yeah, you impale, fine, and durable. It's a very nice spear. Unfortunately, that is also a very lucky zombie that just simply by turning around to greet you, accidentally manages to parry your spear out of the way from stabbing it in the centre of the forehead, or the eye socket for dramatic effect. So, unfortunately, Lothar, you have been cock-blocked. Jerobadiah.
Yeah, what is the... is there like a certain distance it has to be to charge something?
You can charge. If you shred your advantage, you can step out and then charge someone else and get advantage back again.
Oh, am I in melee with the...
Everyone's in melee.
Oh,
Please ignore the map. It is purely there for just giving the audience something to look at. It is not a representation of who's engaged with what.
Okay.
We are in a melee.
Gotcha. All right, in that case, let's target this one right here then, just as normal.
Yeah.
Once.
This is where the theatre of mind works particularly well, but also it's particularly boring to have a black screen, seeing as we don't have any cameras either to look at. So we'll stick with a symbolic map. Okay, so that is a whack, and in response, go back to the appropriate screen and make a parry. And restart the music again.
Oh, a headshot.
All right.
Jebediah wins. 8 damage. That one was... already had taken a scrape. Doink. You managed to slay one. Congratulations.
Take that.
You gain another advantage. I'm going to pause the music for a moment because it keeps going... and it's driving me mad. I'm going to do another opposed test between the zombies and the watch recruit now. And how lucky are you feeling, Lothar?
Yeah. Yeah, not much.
So I'm going to go...
Is this the mercs that are with me? Or...
Yeah, the mercs with you. So, okay. +1.
Yodicus needs to buy better mercs.
Yes.
Oh, that was the zombie.
Okay.
Aha!
There, yeah, a handful of remaining mercs that haven't been eaten circle around you, Lothar, well, semicircle at least, and manage to at least gain a foothold in amongst all of the chaos. Now, I think... Let's roll a test for Yodicus again, just to see if he can help. He's not technically here, but, you know. He's going to order some extras across. It's not the same without music. Okay, an extra 1 runs across swiftly. And I think we're back up to the... Henrik! The mosh has started. Just before the end of the round, you're going to take a swing. A lowly swing from a single charging zombie. You still have all of your advantage. Fortunately, this one's about as good as Lothar. Well, his rolls are anyway. He's a lot worse than Lothar.
So am I, but apparently I won that.
Okay. Yeah.
You tried to fail it.
With a roll like that, the zombie kind of lurches towards you and nearly trips up on the mushy ground. And despite the fact that you're not particularly skilled with a hand weapon, it's still pretty much child's play to just push this blade to the side. Right. Now we go for a... You two, Lazarus.
All right. Oh boy.
A single rowling zombie squeezes in between a couple of individuals and attempts to give you a cheeky peck on the cheek with a hook. Roll whatever you like. You've got a +2 to beat. 7 mighty damage.
Do I just roll weapon skill? Or
Well, it depends what you want to do to oppose it.
I actually have a better dodge, so I'll dodge.
Dodge it is.
I forgot about dodge.
So did Lazarus.
That is a no. Yeah. The good news, it won't kill you, but do you want to reroll?
I'm thinking about re-rolling.
Yeah.
He can't do much worse.
Okay. Do you feel like this is a corruption point reroll moment? No, probably.
No.
You're on 6 out of 7. Okay. Coward. The good news, you are still alive. The bad news, Lazarus seems to be hurt fairly bad. Lothar, you can hear this behind you. A villager with a carrot in his mouth nearby seems to be calling out for help. We now turn to... I think everyone's been attacked, so... did I attack you, Jebediah?
No.
I didn't, did I? And I didn't attack Lothar either, so let's deal with that now. Lothar did an opposed test, but anyway. We are going to go for... Excuse me, I'm going to put music back on. I can't cope with this. If not, we're going to go on a 5-minute break and get music back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to have a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, while I get the music back. Go make a coffee, go, make yourself comfortable. Thank God it's not actually 30 degrees again today here in the UK. Enjoy your sweaty selves, and we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. How to do, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on back to
Welcome.
little country showdown in the middle of the woods. That was not quite my Texan accent, but close enough. It's my black Texan accent. Jebediah, it's time to get attacked. You got a zombie right next to you, and he's looking pissed. Well, it's hard to tell. He doesn't really have any cheeks anymore. He's just got a skull for a head, but his body language says pissed. Right, we are going with roll.
Ooh.
+4 to beat Jebediah.
Okay, I'm gonna parry that.
Got yourself 2 advantage, which will automatically be calculated.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you die, young prince.
Should the hit location box be checked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Gonna take a mighty 9 damage. Are you prepared for 9 damage?
That would zero me out.
It will be modified by toughness and other things, so it won't kill you.
How do I know what those numbers would be?
You'd have like 5 health left.
Or
you could reroll.
I think yeah. What do I have to beat? Let me see here.
+4.
I gotta beat +4.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got to roll 20s and 30s.
I guess I'll just take it then.
Take the hit like a
Probably
chap.
roll 90.
Yeah.
Okay. Bit of damage taken. Things aren't looking so hot. Both are. Start to think we need tenser music than this. I'm feeling way too relaxed right now. Okay.
That one that just moved to above me is the one that's attacking you.
It is indeed.
Cool.
It did remember to target you.
Oh, with your -10 bullshit.
That's it, join in and cursing Foundry. It used to be so good. Now it just breaks all the time. Mooman's still amazing though. It's just
there you go.
Foundry breaks. Okay, nice. Okay, successful defense. Congratulations, you're alive. You can gain your advantage back. Right. And to quote one of my favourite films, on the third turn, look towards the east. Although it's actually northwest. Someone can hear the stamping of hooves. Henrik, you can hear it. You're further north. You're further ahead in the party. It's quite a lot of them.
Oops.
I'll give you a moment to think about what is coming, and is there anything Henrik would like to call out on hearing this?
Yeah, I'd basically shout out, it sounds like there's horses. Could that be reinforcements? Or just shouting over my shoulder, as it were, since I'm dancing with a zombie right now.
Fair enough, that is true. Well, good news, gentlemen. A bunch of road wardens came out of nowhere. Well, all of them. And proceed to, well, good lord, let's give them a challenging ride test to see how many zombies they trample compared to how many civilians. Okay, reasonably well-trained road wardens come charging out of nowhere. Well, not quite nowhere, out of the mist and darkness. Lothar, the zombie you were just about to take a swing against is flung 10 yards into the distance by a hoof.
Hello, sir. Right, I said to send some horses. Told us to take 14, but we've only got 7.
That's still glad to see you.
Yes, sir. I'm less glad to be here. Where are we needed?
Anywhere, if you can protect the back of the column. We're still trying to get these people out of town, they're not in a hurry.
To the rear of the column!
You see them disappear through a mosh of zombies. These frail creatures seemingly too slow to attack back against the road wardens, just simply getting trampled underneath their hooves. Your left flank is bolstered and secure. Unlike your right. Good luck, Jebediah. Oh, we just need to do an opposed bodyguard roll now. See how the right flank's holding up.
Weapon skill. Bows by a zombie. +2. Oh dear.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Elite zombies. One of the guards is down. And the right around you, Jebediah, one of the people you were fighting shoulder to shoulder with is just climbed on by a mob. He just disappears under a mound of flesh. He's gone. Right, let's change this damn music and get something more dramatic going on. That's better. Henrik, you're up. Oh, have we rolled our 3d10, 4d10? We'll do that after.
No,
we'll do that after Henrik and Lazarus.
Seeing as I'm currently engaged, do you get advantage for successful defense?
Yes.
I should have 3 then. That's better. Right. Skadoosh.
Okay. Marvellous. I'll tell you what those rolls mean in a moment. Nicely done. I think it's safe to say that that is going to be a pretty dead zombie. Oh, a decent attempt in response, but not good enough. It is stomped to the floor in front of you, starts writhing around. Does seem that it's remarkably hard to kill these things.
Do I have enough action left to try and stamp on its skull?
You don't have a coup de grace in you, but what I'll give you for free is the person who saw you kill one but not two with a bow is going to have a stamp attack on your behalf to assist you.
You meant that?
Damn, yeah. Both feet.
Damn. Yeah,
just jumped on him.
With 2 feet as if jumping into a swimming pool, feet first. His boots just crack open the skull. I think I got him.
Well done, old boy.
You have a rather familiar accent. Did you go to Edinburgh?
Well, yes, of course I did.
Jolly ho! Forward! Charges forward with you.
Okay.
Right, the joys of being posh. Lazarus.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be like, we need to keep moving, and I'm going to fall. Wait, is the zombie that was in front of me attack me dead?
Yes, the guard peeled him off, the road warden. You don't have advantage anymore because you got ruffle stomped, but you do have an opening.
That's fine. Moving right there. I'm gonna shoot this zombie.
Shoot a zombie off at someone. I like it.
That means combat. Switching hands. Oh, I shot at challenging.
Oh, that's fine. That will be a hit then. So we'll go with... Oh, that is a very close hit. 6 mighty damage against this. Arrow lodges itself in its arm. We've got... We'll do all of the NPCs at the end here. Lothar, you're up. Give Lazarus his advantage back.
Still surrounded, or are most of these zombies now just being trampled?
You have an opening. I will say they were trampled to the floor, but most of them getting back up again.
The right flank's crumbling.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to have to just fucking 1-2 back over there then.
The joys of being a tactician.
Yep. I can't move my token. Why can I not?
I can, because I have GM privilege.
Oh, game paused. That's why.
Haha! Oh, really?
Yes. There we go. Aha!
Oh, woohoo! Okay. In front of you is Jebediah, who is looking at a man who, well, you see a hand disappear inside a bundle of zombies. Jebediah is being mobbed by 4.
Well, attempt to peel some of them off him. I need to sort out my advantage situation, I think. So
Help me out, Lothar.
I'm trying. There we go.
All right.
That'll do. That'll do. That may even... We may have a death blow for the first time. Okay. I think we do. Yeah, we definitely do. So 1 is down. Lothar, you may strike again. Let's just move another one here.
2 advantage this time.
Do you have a zombie conveyor belt? Yeah, you've got 2 advantage now. We've got a James Bond scene. Another one steps up to you, single file.
That might be him dead as well.
Yeah, okay. Lothar's remembered how to fight. Yep. Other one dead. Next one. I think what's your weapon skill bonus? 45. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that's another
I'll
one.
do it.
So
Holy shit, Lothar!
thus far, you have come in and you have just cleanly impaled one in the center of its chest, then somehow taken the spear out, I assume with the other end of it gone straight into the chest of another one, and then with the pointy end again stabbed it into a third one.
Pretty like a wrecking ball.
Pretty much. Miley Lothar, make your final attack. Let's see if this Uber boss will crit you in response. Oh, nearly.
Ooh.
You had a good try. Okay, finally you meet your match. The tip of the spear just lodges into this creature's sternum and... Jebediah, there's one zombie left that you're in contact with. Sure, because what Lothar did, you can outnumber it.
Okay.
The rest of them all have holes in their chest.
Right. Okay, so it's -10 modifier, so I need to change that.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Okay. And where do I do outnumbering?
Just do an average test instead.
Ah, average, okay.
Yeah, it's plus 20 modifier, but I just say average. Just because I'm creative like that. Hey, both of you have remembered how to fight.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, the right flank is fine.
Just secured that.
Damn fine work, Lothar. Damn fine.
So
Yeah, you too.
I have one more round to roll. Oh, good lord. Okay. +6, +3. Okay. Another bodyguard is in bad shape.
Those zombies are rolling past 79. Is that an outnumber?
Yes, it's because they outnumber 3 to 1 down there. So they're just getting a massive bonus and only rolling once to make life a little bit easier. Watch are going to do a roll as well. So the right flank down south is not doing too well. We'll come to the narration of what is happening there in just a moment. We will have a roll here from some of the mercenaries, which will probably come up as a... Oh, there you go. And... Okay. Not so good as well. So another couple of injuries are suffered throughout, but there is some good news, gentlemen. The majority of the villagers have made it about 3/4 of the way across this large open space, with you running alongside while fighting, and those that haven't made it have been eaten. So basically, I'll give you a choice here. You can help the others to disengage with a roll or two, or if you kind of just had enough of this shit, you can just run into the woods and, fight whatever's in there instead, right? But effectively, you've done what you need to in terms of covering the retreat. It's now just a case of helping some to disengage if they need. So I'll allow you to do as you please. On that note, let's just go through the initiative order. Henrik, you could assist with disengaging in any way you wish.
I can do. Where were we sort of suffering, really? It's the left, isn't it?
Both equally at the moment. Both were -3 in total. But yeah, the left doesn't have Lothar and Jebediah, so yes.
Okay. So if I was to draw my bow to try and lay down some covering fire while shouting pull back, would I be able to fire this round, or would I be better off? So I've got my hand weapon in hand.
You could quickly pull out your hand weapon if you wish.
I've got my hand weapon out already because that's what I was fighting with.
Oh, sorry. You can draw a weapon as a free action, but it would mean kind of you're just putting your hand weapon somewhere quickly while doing it.
Okay, then I won't do that then. What I'll do is I'll charge to the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just move here because that's the closest zombie.
It's
Left-hand side is what I meant, sorry.
He was facing stage right. I understand what you meant, Henrik.
Yes, thank you. So I'll come over this side, and whilst I'm sort of trying to push some zombies back and swing my sword at them kind of thing, I'll be shouting to them, pull back,
Okay.
time to go, that kind of thing.
Right, make me some rolls, please.
So, get rid of that silly modifier. There we go.
That's your opposed. Okay, looks like you're going to do pretty well at assisting here. Yeah, okay. So, well, that'll be one dead and one hit, so go ahead and make me another roll, just to see how many you cleave through while attempting to assist your companions.
Sure.
Oh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sure. Make me another roll, please. Next. One gets cleanly struck in the thigh. Was it a sword you had?
It's a short sword I've got.
Okay. Hamstring gets lacerated. The next gets struck
re-roll that.
into his chest. And the third meets you with a sinister grin. And
fumbles.
While raising its weapon to swipe at you, accidentally flings it backwards. Roll 1d10.
His arm falls
On a roll of 80 or above, it hits an ally. Otherwise, it'll just hit a zombie in the head. There you go. Accidentally flings it backwards, hitting a zombie behind it in the head, knocking it over. Okay. Now we're on to Lazarus.
That's just going to yell, keep moving. And he's going to target this zombie that's next to this guy. He's going to try and free him up. Control. 24. Haha.
Nice. That is... Yep, that'll be a very nice donk to the chest of one that has already been wounded, so by being trampled by horses, so falls straight back down again. And you have your movement as well, so you can kind of clear off if you like. Just before we move over to Lothar, I have one thing that needs to be resolved. And that is someone coming in to assist you, Henrik. Nice. Oh, I didn't give him...
My friend.
It doesn't have a hand weapon anymore, this zombie, so... He is outnumbered, though. Okay. That will be enough. So coming in with both feet up in the air, doing what looks to be a very dodgy sort of football tackle, he comes sliding in and sweeps the zombie off of his feet before standing up and saying, reminds me of playing back in the sports.
Yes. I'm sure I used to see you play. We must catch up.
Indeed. I look forward to the showers afterwards.
Oh, God.
And, Henrik, make a dodge roll as he attempts to slap you on the bum.
Do I have to? I mean, okay.
You can roll at a penalty if you like.
Don't need to.
Okay. He goes to slap your butt, you move your butt, you do left, right. Eventually he just taps it. See you later! Runs away.
Yeah, that takes me back to school.
Yeah, you got that. You had that awkward moment where two people are walking towards each other. You both go left a bit, then you both go right a bit. you both go left a bit. Only you weren't touching bottom and hand, which is perhaps the more uncomfortable thing for a middle-class person in this setting. Lothar.
Go to the back of the column, I guess, and help them disengage.
Okay. Just make an attack on something. You find a zombie. Unsurprisingly.
I'd be shocked if it. Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Just the one advantage for charging it.
Yes.
Do it. Actually impale one on the way past.
Okay. Yeah, very much so. That's one dead. You can make me another roll. Next. Here we go again.
Yep. Foundry work with me.
That's probably another one. We'll find out in a moment. Not quite. Just 11. Slightly shy. Oh, 1 damage. Do you want to spend a fortune to kill it? You don't have to,
sure.
but it would be cool. There you go. Next.
Oh, piss, I didn't
Oh
target
dear.
him.
That's alright.
Actually, I can target and re-roll. that works out well. That's better.
Sure. As we're in the fluff stage of not mattering so much. Sure. Many zombies die at the hands of Lothar. What was your new name? I can't remember. Lothar something. God, no.
Was there a name?
I'm getting Alzheimer's. Yeah, there was a thing a moment ago and it was like something Lothar. Never mind. God, I'm getting old.
Miley Lothar.
Miley Lothar. Thank you, L-Plate. Jebediah.
Yeah, do I see anyone who still needs assistance in
yeah, there are civilians and guard that, let's say, could do with a hand with being peeled. But
Sure. Whatever direction the civilians are in. I can't see them because of my vision.
Fair enough.
I guess would that be the north one up here?
I'll
Maybe?
let you just attack the one next to you.
Okay.
But symbolically speaking, you are helping.
Cool. Oh, turn off that modifier. And last time, I believe I didn't I hit that last one?
Yes,
so
you did.
I have an advantage?
You've got an advantage now. Congratulations.
Cool. There we go.
This is in defense against you. Okay. Okay, that'll do it. Oh, that won't do it. I mean, you still win and hit him. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you do have a bodyguard here with you, so that's nice. So basically, you strike the bodyguard by accident.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
In the left arm with, is this a boat hook?
Yeah.
It lodges into the shoulder plate of this androgynous-looking guard. You hear an equally androgynous scream, and they are not particularly happy with you, but more unhappy because there's still zombies everywhere. So not quite as successful as Lothar, but close. I will allow you now, gentlemen, to disengage and wrap this up effectively, as we will have a glossing over moment with a combination of a stampede of people, a stampede of road warden riding on their cavalry, all shoving these zombies over as the majority of you sprint to a particularly dark looking forest. And I would say by now, some have clearly gone ahead into the forest, although it's not necessarily clear exactly where they have gone. But the zombies are behind you and definitely considerably slower than you. So we will go. Oh, I'm I'm loading, apparently. Can everyone see the map?
Yep.
I could, and then it stops
Yes.
back again.
Great, it's just my camera screen that can't. That's really useful. Camera, log in. Let's do away with this tense music before it... Okay, we've got Forest Night. Let's go with tension. Come on, type to load. There we go. There we go. Okay, so behind you, off camera, are 100 people. Minus about 15 or so that were brutally slaughtered. But you did pretty good and saved the majority of them. So, bully to you. And, Da, 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 da. Ah. Oh, rah, sir. That was rather something. I think I could go for twosies.
Well, it's not over yet, old boy. We need to keep moving.
Right you are. Fortunately, my boots are made of leather, and I'm ready to go.
Have everyone keep together. Don't let anyone straggle off. I think we should split out amongst the group. Get some guards out there as well, too, Lothar.
Indeed, it might be worth speaking to the lady, find out where she actually wants to go. I
Well,
have no idea who her allies are.
to make something slightly more apparent to you, there are torches in front of you. These torches are lit. And they're in a line.
It's not ominous at all.
No. Nor railroading. You definitely have a choice.
Absolutely.
You can
That way or
ignore the
zombie horde.
path and find out what's not on the path. Or you can follow the path and find out what's on the path.
Well, spread the guards out to the flanks and in amongst them make sure that order's maintained and head that way, I guess.
Okay, now I will say there is still a degree of urgency. You are being followed. And I will say anything less than a light jog is going to result in them gaining ground on you, so pausing for any more than about 15 seconds or so is likely going to result in a round of combat, at least for the next few minutes.
I think it would be more of a case of sort of a general order, disperse throughout the crowd, keep them moving, and keep moving as quick as you can. Don't let anyone fall behind, and then that's it.
Yep.
I like it. Okay. So, gentlemen, who's taking point?
Not the people with ranged weapons, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit hurt.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Lothar.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen him back there, boys, I say as I jog.
I'll give you a moment as you are following the path and exploring to roleplay while Hydra gets a beer.
He took out 3 of them things back to back. Easy. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Is he usually like this?
No, I've never seen him like this.
We never fought this many before.
Damn, we need to get more of these things for you then.
They're kind of hard to miss when they're all clumped up like that, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for most of us, Jebediah.
I had a bad day.
I need to bandage up one of my guards now.
While we're running?
No, afterwards. He can bleed for now.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
As long as he doesn't fall over dead on the way there, I'd rather he didn't bolster their numbers.
Yeah, and there's one I had, one of our fellas back there, somehow or other sort of accidentally lodged a boat hook into his shoulder or something, so hopefully he's alright.
I'm sure that helped his fighting prowess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and he was still alive when I saw him last.
He's got plenty of opportunities to die yet.
You ain't wrong. So, you guys following this trail of torches? Where do you think this leads?
Well,
No
it's
idea, but it's away from them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that.
Just
Remember, we had the.
After you, Lothar.
As I say, remember we had the reports of feathered men around here, so keep your eyes out open.
Speaking of which, just as you pass a tree, Lothar, just as you pass a tree, sorry, there's a man stood the other side who has a cloak that appears to be made of black feathers. Doesn't say a word, he just stands there with a large two-handed sword between his hands pointing down into the dirt.
How far away is he from me? Like, basically just stepped out right in front of me?
3 yards.
Okay, slide to a hole.
He has no aggression in his posture. That much is obvious. What with the weapon being down in the dirt. Pointy end, at least. I suppose you'll be wanting sanctuary.
Please.
If you kindly.
Well, there's a rather large group of shambling undead monstrosities right behind us, so we would very much appreciate any assistance that you could offer, old boy.
Unless you want to add another 100 to the amount you have to fight.
Assistance won't be needed. We find ourselves adequately protected.
And behind him, as he motions, you can see pelts of animals strewn up on the trees alongside the remnants of their corpses, with various interwoven fabrics and even pieces of parchment stapled to them. Seems to be, if anyone has a law theology, you can roll me a quick average roll, but odd to most of you, I would say. These aren't really familiar sightings to you, Lothar. This is a little bit different.
Those that are pure of heart may pass through, but those who more does not seem worth. We shall
So my shoulder at Jebediah.
Jebediah looks visibly nervous.
protect us.
Now, as you are doing this, one individual continues to run through. And as he passes this gentleman, and he turns to the side to acknowledge him running through with a about 10 yards through, his feet catch on fire. A sort of black, bellowing smoke coming from his legs. Only a few moments before his whole body is aflame. The man with the claymore pays no notice, aside from nodding.
Probably dabbled in magic.
My jaw is agape.
Well, we don't have time to wait.
Yes, but we also have almost 100 people. How many of them must burn just to get past here? I say, old boy, is there another way around?
Not if you want sanctuary. This is the ward that's kept us safe. Those that more does not wish to join, he casts out.
To join?
Well, us in company at least.
Right, well...
Well, I don't want to be watching the Deadites particularly. I've got stew to be eating. You should probably come and meet, yeah. You should probably come and meet our seer. Perhaps he can offer you some guidance on where you should go. There ain't gonna be room for you here.
Well, I don't really see how much we've got much of a choice, do you?
Yeah, off to one side, I am knelt down, muttering some prayers of forgiveness to Moore.
Jebediah, roll me a fellowship test, please. Challenging.
Okay. Fellowship. What's fellowship under?
Oh, sorry. Make me a charm roll.
Okay.
We'll just do charm. We'll make it average, actually, but if you've already rolled it, we'll just because you can. I assume what with someone being set on fire right next to you.
Should I? It says advantage 1. Should that be a 0 right now?
That should be a 0.
Yeah, let me fix it.
Yeah, combat doesn't transfer very well into praying for forgiveness.
Yeah. Take that, Moore.
But I just killed all these zombies. Okay.
Wrath of the gods.
How bad would that be? Trying to decide if I need to reroll.
Do you think you should get forgiveness from more?
Before I enter this this sanctuary that insta kills people, perhaps. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll
say while you're praying, several more have ran through. 15, 20 or so. The queue goes on and on and on. And it's not too long before someone else too bursts into.
Okay, I'm going to re-roll, I think. 1 second. Fortune.
While he's doing this, I'm going to step over the.
There we go.
Step through the wards and waving people through to get them moving, so that they don't kind of try and take people burning as a incentive to stay and wait for the zombies to eat them.
I will say.
Oh, hello.
That following the conversation that's been had, the two that are set on fire, no one seems to care particularly. In fact, a couple of people that walk past say, I told you he was a nasty piece of work. He would get his comeuppance eventually. And everyone continues going on. Now the question is, Jebediah, do you feel pure right now? Do you feel that you have been cleansed?
I hope I have.
Have you exorcised the demons? I'll allow you to roll me an average intuition. This is the first ever time I've made a player roll intuition for themselves. This is just to kind of gauge your feelings as to how pure you might be feeling right now. Okay, so I would say with a +3, you feel like that was a moderate to reasonable sort of apology you would give to your wife, and she normally doesn't hit you after that. So if Moore was your wife, you probably wouldn't get punched.
Right. I go ahead and I stand up, wipe some sweat from my brow. I still look very nervous, but I take a few steps forward. I pause just at the precipice, and then I take one bold step past it and stand still to see if I burst into flames or not.
Instead of flames, Jebediah.
I tense up visibly. I look around. Anybody hear anything?
There is something. It's just a very low smolder. A smouldering smoke underneath your feet. No fire. Doesn't escalate, it's just a gradually fading hiss as your boot meets the dirt.
Yeah, I'm visibly breathing very shallowly. My hands are shaking. I glance around and I notice that my feet aren't quite burning. I take a deep breath and I begin to walk forward with the group.
Okay.
Come on, old boy. We should hot-foot it through here.
Right. Nothing to see here. Let's move right along. I look pretty nervous still.
What helps you move along is the entire tree line behind you now being lined with walking corpses.
Oh, hell.
If you weren't in enough of a rush, you could be pretty darn happy that your prayers worked. Otherwise, your group right now would be fighting them off while you begged for forgiveness. Which is the scene that never happened, but would have made Hydra immensely happy. But just the idea of it is enough to please me.
Mean GM.
I mean, I didn't loot corpses. Right.
True.
It's a fairly long path to this destination. Occasional torches light the way, and there's no sign of this man who welcomed you into the forest. But I will assume you march and press forwards.
Indeed.
Yep. Still following the torches.
Okay.
Yep.
Are there more of those effigies around the place? Or is it just...
They are everywhere.
Can I do another test just to see if anything's clicked now that I'm not
Yeah,
about to have my
average
arse smashed?
theology.
Yes,
Okay.
just.
So, yes, just, and
Oh,
I turned
apparently
crits
crit.
on. Yeah, I turned crits on for these tests just because I thought, well, let's make it interesting. So, it's kind of, I'll say, like, you get something. It's maybe not what you were expecting to get. So, a lot of these animal pelts seem to have raven feathers sewn into them or stuck in various places. It strikes you as particularly odd, and perhaps even a religion you've never come across before.
But would make the link that with that forming a barrier that's against the undead and the raven feathers being a sign of more.
It's got Moorish sprinkles to it, definitely.
Hmm.
But as you're pondering and pass by a tree, another man in the darkness.
Jump scared by another.
Oh!
The
Damn,
same
y'all are everywhere.
Lord has decided to let you pass.
Of course he did. I say, not very truthfully.
Welcome to the forest. I would suggest sticking to the path, lest you find yourself lost.
Thanks for the advice. Hopefully we're just passing through.
Does the path run to the other side of the forest?
No,
Then your friend mentioned someone who might be able to give us a little guidance of where we could go next.
talk to the seer. He might be able to help you on your
and,
journey.
Where might we find this seer?
Follow the path.
Of course. Thank you.
And with lots of people passing by him, probably a crowd of 20 to 30 in his immediate vicinity, says without a care in the world,
And beware of monsters.
Monsters? What sort of monsters?
Horrible ones.
Well, that's pretty clear. Not vague at all.
They do not have a name, but you will hear them coming. Best stick to the path.
I just face palm and shake my head.
Okay. You press forwards. And perhaps a little more on edge. Lazarus, Henrik, both are. Jebediah. Sorry, Heinrich. Please, can you roll me... Get trolled, motherfucker. Challenging perception, all of you. Lazarus. So you're walking along the path. You alone. I think you hear the sound of a scream off of the path.
Did you guys hear that?
Nope.
No.
Hear what?
I hear screaming off the path.
Single sharp, likely female scream.
I mean, it's not like it's easy to get lost out here. Do we really think someone was stupid enough to go wandering off?
Well, I think it'd be foolish for us to go and find out. That man said stick to the path.
I think we should
agree.
do that.
It could be the creatures trying to lure us to them.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Damn, no wonder you're so good at this sort of thing. All right. Yeah, I say we ignore it.
Agreed.
Order the guards to make sure everyone stays on the path as well, and if any wander off the path, consider them lost.
Like I said, there'd be no reason for anybody to go wandering off. It's not like there's gold glinting off in the woods or something, or, you know, it ain't even pretty out here. This place is scary as hell.
And if you heard the whispers of loved ones out there?
Well, I can tell you, if I heard my wife out there, I wouldn't go.
I said loved ones.
True.
Okay. Doesn't take too long before you arrive at dark, miserable looking town, largely overgrown with woodland. There are a few of the individuals here dressed in raven-like robes. Most of them just stood, watching everyone tentatively approach. Man in a hood at the back turns away and steps into some sort of tent.
So I'll walk up to the nearest person in raven clothing. Excuse me, old boy. Some of your friends suggested that your seer might be able to point us in the right direction.
It gives you very slow and tentative eye up and down.
You brought a lot of souls with you.
Aye. We're, well, those shambling undead monstrosities, they were going to make recruits out of us.
You'll be safe here. For now. At least from the dead. You should probably talk to Clement. You'll find him in the tent.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Be respectful.
Protection, sir.
His final
We
words to you as he steps away are,
Be respectful and leave your weapons outside.
Right. Of course.
Well, head.
Yeah, head to the tent as we go outside. I lay my weapons down.
Yeah. As do I.
You think that's safe for us to do? I mean, I might be able to argue that a boat hook ain't a weapon. It's for hooking boats, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Got a
you
guard
can,
that
you
would
can
disagree with
argue
you.
with all these heavily armed men if you like with a boat hook, but,
Well, okay. All right, you talked me into it, Henrik, and I go ahead and I remove my boat hook and set it down with the others' weapons.
I'll call over a couple of guard and then hand my spear over to them. Just ask them to keep watch for a minute. Shout if anything big turns up.
so, do we just walk in? Do we, how do you knock on a tent?
Great difficulty.
I can hear you from inside. The walls are thin.
May we
May we
enter,
enter?
sir?
Of course. You'll find it's open.
Thank you. So we'll go inside the tent.
okay, brush the fabric to one side. In front of you is a man with a large skull around his neck as some sort of necklace. He looks not entirely dissimilar to a priest of Moor, although not all of these skulls are human. At least it's fairly obvious one of them has horns. One of them's clearly a ram's head. There are a few crow skeletons as well, draped in ornaments.
Well met.
Well met. I assume our former baroness is somewhat homeless now.
That would seem to be the case.
Along with her entire town.
At least she's alive, right?
Yes, indeed. She did not heed our warnings. We did offer to assist. She has brought this on her, but we will not hold it against them.
So you're telling us that she knew this was going to happen?
Well, given the recent events, it would seem inevitable. A war is coming, as I believe you have just witnessed. It is already here.
That we have.
Yes, you seem to be rather well equipped to handle this kind of war.
We have been flexible in our theology and have been afforded sanctuary.
Do you pray to more?
But of course. And Tal, our former deity, in equal measure.
Do you have a home?
You are stood in it.
You got okay. Because we could always use more tallites by us.
You'll find most have been born and raised in this small hamlet. Many would be reluctant to leave their memories behind.
These, the protections that we saw on entering here, they protect against these undead creatures and other monstrosities?
They are our protection, though.
Is it something that could be placed elsewhere within
No.
the whole of Reichland?
They are useless without the faith that binds them.
Ah, I see. Well, we were told to come and speak to you. Obviously, we can't stay here, and we wouldn't like to overstay our welcome. You have been most gracious in accepting us here at such short notice and offering us your protection of your lands from those horrid creatures. But we should move on and get out of your hair, so to speak. I wonder if you could point us in the right direction, the safest path possible, perhaps.
There is no safe path from here, so we can guide you.
That'd be most appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
You likely will not like what you find, but you have survived. This will be a test for you.
What kind of test?
Every kind of test, I would expect. I will give you a guide to take you toward the north. Once over the river, you'll find yourself free from our burdens. Should be able to make your way freely to wherever you please.
Thank you.
Your burdens?
Yes,
The monsters we were warned about?
indeed. We keep them at bay. They have been moved from the mountains as of recent. We assume they have been attracted to the call of whatever commands the armies.
The last feller, one of your associates that I'd asked about whatever these things are, he wasn't particularly verbose. Perchance, could you tell us a bit more about whatever's waiting for us?
Tooth and claw, wing and hoof, poison and terror.
That doesn't sound appealing.
No, it doesn't.
Imagine your nightmares, and then imagine it is worse.
I'm imagining something worse than my wife, and I look very fearful.
We had driven these beasts from the land some time ago. We imagine that disturbances to the dark forces surrounding us are perhaps to blame for it finding its way back again. Our totems provide no protection against it, only our wits.
So as if they're not undead, more isn't going to protect you from them.
Indeed, and Tal
The god of the hunt.
is perhaps, let us say, we are unsure as to how to hunt that already hunts us.
If you cleared them before, what stops you from pushing them away again?
The rituals that we once performed, those in accordance with Tal, no longer work.
You've lost favour with Tom.
Or the beast is no longer fearful of him.
Perhaps they're made stronger by the forces that called them.
Make a challenging intuition, Lothar.
Oh. Nope.
Difficult to read a man with a creepy skull around his neck.
If we happen to know any Tarlites that may be willing to come and assist you, would you accept such an assistance?
That would be welcome. We have not had anyone pass the quickening in 3 years now.
The quickening?
The rite in which Talites need to initiate themselves into their religion.
So you have no one in the last 3 years that could act as
Survived.
a Talite. I see.
The woods are dangerous. Before our foe had returned, there were other dangers. They have since been consumed by our foe.
See. Well, I shall see what we can do when we get back home.
If you would offer us assistance, that will be appreciated, though first you will need to leave. My question to you,
And looks to all of you.
will be, will you leave alone, or will you take your crowd with you? They will not last long here. We have the food for 15 or 20, not 100.
No, we should not burden these good people. We should not make them run out of food. I think we should take them with us. What about you?
I think it should be a choice, maybe. Can't force everybody to leave.
Yeah, if you give a bunch of frightened people an opportunity to stay somewhere where they feel they're safe, they're not going to leave. And these people have given us sanctuary.
I'm prone to agree with Henrik. If we give them a choice, a whole lot of them are going to stay, and it's going to be difficult to pry some of them away from this place. It could turn ugly, in fact.
Well, Hydra, what is the nearest town?
Probably Tom.
Okay.
Not that near, but
Relative to everything else that's still standing.
yeah, I mean, what, Yettenberg? Hashtag?
Yeah, the Baroness would love that.
Hashtag yeah, Yettenberg.
How many days travel are we talking, considering we're all on foot?
I mean, you could go back to Seedlung, which is probably not the best way to go. From
Yeah,
where you
pretty good.
are, someone roll me in navigation.
I have navigation.
I do too, actually. Can I also roll it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you
Actually, just be a-
can roll
just
an
be a
average.
challenging?
For Jebediah, you can roll an average.
Okay.
Challenging for anyone else. Just in terms of occupations and stuff.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, Henrik, your thoughts are that if you head north and manage to cross the river, you would be in the province of Yettenberg, around their mines. At which point it's a relatively straightforward path back to Tarm. Either through Yettenberg itself, or if you could procure some boats at the mining facility, you could probably take the River Tarm back to Tarm.
How long are we talking travel-wise?
With 100 people, a while. You can't just...
I mean, are we talking hours or days or weeks?
A couple of days.
Okay.
Depends on the pace, the caution. But a couple of days.
We couldn't leave people here. I mean, you're talking a week to get back, even if we were to come back with supplies so that we could replace what they've eaten. If they've got enough food for maybe 15 more people than what they currently have.
Well, we might get cut off from coming back down here. What if the undead forces grow?
Lazarus does bring a good point up. If something does happen and we can't get back here, they're all going to starve to death.
And Yettenberg has been a centre of undead activity, so...
I will offer you counsel.
He's just been chewing on a mushroom, it would appear.
I believe it is more a question, would you risk them starving? Of which many will. Or would you risk them dying to their nightmares? Of which I am sure many also would. That is your choice. And your choice alone.
So they starve to death or they see some scary shit and get haunted by it. I think the choice here is obvious, but I'll defer to y'all.
I think
They'll have a chance to live with us.
Death. I think we should take them with us.
I agree.
I don't think it's fair that we've brought this many people into this town and then just leave them here for these people to deal with.
Indeed.
We should just push through. If they're going to starve or die to nightmares...
Yeah, Manon forbid that somebody else should come along here and need to be helped out like we were. There won't be room for them, so I agree.
I guess we're going to take them with us.
Average perception for you, Henrik.
Good God. Do you know what?
Crit failure.
You notice he's got a direction.
That's a reroll. There we go.
No, that was just a different bone.
His expression, Henrik, is one you've seen before while performing trades at market. Initially, there is a little bit of surprise as to... I did not expect you to say that. Followed by... a stoic nod of perhaps confidence or appreciation.
I can see that we are kindred in our faith. I wish you luck on your journey. I would, however, suggest waiting until daybreak.
Yes, we could do with any supplies you could spare as well, if we need to keep this many people fed for a few days till we get back to our own town.
We have water. And perhaps there are some nourishments we can offer.
Even if it's just dried rations, that'd be better than them starving on the way.
Takes a dried mushroom from his side, places it in his mouth, and begins to chew.
I am in need of counsel. you will forgive me while I commune with more.
Certainly.
Of course.
I will come to you if I have anything more to offer. Or if more has anything to offer.
You have been most gracious. We cannot thank you enough.
Appreciate your hospitality, sir.
We'll try and get our resident Tarlite, who's been blessed by Tar with being associated with an emissary. See if he'll come down and help you once we make it back.
There is no need to thank us. For our devotion to more would see us respect the dead.
Yes. As it should be, always.
Of
Just
course.
a sidelong glance at Jebediah.
I just cough a little. Avoid eye contact.
I would say, Henrik, you're close to him. Roll me an average intuition.
Intuition. Wait, what's that one? That's initiative.
It's
That's
skill.
intelligence. Oh.
It's a sexy skill.
It's a sexy skill. Average.
Slightly less sexy than sleight of hand, but yeah, average.
Good God Almighty!
Wow.
Definitely got an erection. You're like, is that has he got a staff under there, or? Hard to tell.
Dice are rigged. You know that because that's 2 88s that's been rolled.
Do you want a corruption reroll?
No, I don't want a
Could be a
corruption reroll.
good point for a corruption reroll.
I don't want a corruption.
Might
reroll.
save your life.
I've still got two fortune points left. So I
Might
don't
not
need a
save your
corruption
life. It might be meaningless. Might actually be an erection. Who knows? We'll find out.
Very
Are
well.
you gonna reroll?
I'm just messing. But seriously, it was a major plot point.
Okay, I'll use a
No, I'm
reroll.
joking.
I'll
It's
use a-
not. Or is it? Maybe. I've got shackles in the back. I don't really. Sorry, I'm just being a dick.
Constant state of being for you.
Lols. Get trolled.
Sleep well, and perhaps more will guide your dreams. I would suggest, as I am sure you have contemplated.
By this point, his eyes are closed and his legs are crossed. It's like gradually swaying left to right with his torso.
You are of strong faith, but it would not be remiss to pay your respects to Moore while here. For you will either need him or you will join him tomorrow.
Of course.
I just swiftly step out of the tent myself.
Is there a shrine that we can pray at?
There's kind of like totemy things everywhere. There are a couple of shrines, more obvious shrines, kicking about as well. So, yes. Yes, there are.
Okay.
You can roll me an average fellowship test if you wish to pray to one.
Can I roll a pray?
You could roll a pray, yeah. I'll allow you to pray to another deity, just don't piss him off. We've seen what the wrath of gods can do. F's in the
Fellowship.
chat for Yala. Too soon. Average.
Average.
You can take it. You can take your time, and genuinely, you kind of really need some help right now. Okay, no one's gonna fumble. Okay, I mean,
So let's give
Yeah,
it
I
a try.
am not going to. I've had my dealings with the gods for now.
yep, fair enough.
Ah,
There you
Okay, that's better.
We
That's
all got
better.
+5.
Okay, +5, +5, +5. Okay.
Jebediah bursts into flames.
For the beginning of the next session, please remember those that got +5, because that may or may not be relevant.
And if I could, hey, Lazarus, I got you're an apothecary. I'm a bit scraped up from that situation. You got anything that could maybe take a little bit of the edge off of there?
Can I roll a heal check on him? Hydra?
He's gone.
Oh.
Just BRB.
BRB. Well, he went and he went BRB.
Well,
So yes,
I
we'll
mean,
both
I can.
probably be able to.
I'll heal up anybody who needs it, including myself.
I think it's.
I
just
think
me.
we're going to get a night's sleep before we get into any more danger, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Just good rest
that
points.
needs
I
patching.
wouldn't gonna do it out in the woods while we're jogging along.
No. I mean, you can do a heal check for the narrative, I suppose. Yeah, Thor says just roll that average heal.
Sense. Just don't roll bloody 90 again.
I just like lop my arm off or something.
Just gives you tetanus, like you gave the guard that you hit in the arm with a rusty boat hook.
So, target Jebediah
Mhm.
and do your heal roll. Let's see if you rip his arm off and beat him with the wet end.
Yeah, don't accidentally roll an attack. Yeah.
I mean, we're in an age of medicine where it might be an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's on BRB, his beer ran out. He's had to go and get another one. Emergency, I suspect. So in character, having a chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
So it sounds to me like they're Talite and more, but they seem more.
Yes, they certainly seem to have gone away from Tal and Mortem. Well, more. It would explain why they're so competent at keeping the dead out, but not the other beasts that they say are roaming the woods.
Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they couldn't give all their devotion to one. Couldn't spread it across. Just had to give it all to one instead of both. Explain why we got undead can't get in, but the nasties they're talking about seem to be able to just fine.
On that note, Lothar, can I have an average theology?
Yes.
All the theology rolls today.
Can I do heal checks for everybody?
So you can.
I don't need one.
Okay, so I'll make two
Really
heal
do.
checks.
Chadwick
Challenging
doesn't need one. Average.
Okay, that's for Jebediah, and I'll make one for Lothar if he needs it. No.
So I've never been healed before. Do I like? Is that plus 5
I
hit
assume
points?
your int bonus is 4, so that would be 9 wounds for you. So there you go, you're up to 13. Oh wow, I think you're better than you. Yeah.
I'm going to do one for myself if that's alright.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you kindly,
That'll be
Lazarus.
5
Damn,
wounds.
I feel fantastic.
Okay, and you can also get a night's sleep, Lazarus, so you can click on the little bed button next to wounds to rest and recover.
Okay.
How much does that recover?
Tough to... Well, you've already recovered, Jebediah.
Oh, I was curious.
Rest.
There you go. Another 7 wounds healed for you. And you're on 11.
Endurance plus a toughness bonus or something.
Sorry, I'm having to do maths while playing. Just don't mind me. Doing all the hard work here. What he said. Is there anything else you players would like to discuss before?
Well, we were literally just discussing what we thought was going on, and it sounds like this group of Tarlite Moorites are a little more Moorish more or less, than Tal, which is why they seem to be struggling with the beasties, but are having a lot of success keeping the undead out.
Very interesting theory.
Yeah, I theorize that maybe they're diverting it all toward just going all in on more instead of Tal.
Also, the
Yeah.
gods are fickle bitches, so there's that as well.
There is that as well. I will say by now for free, just given you've had information given to you, Lothar, the shrines and symbols you've seen and sacrifices pinned up against trees seem to be an attempt to kind of amalgamate Moor and Tal together.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, it just seems to be favouring one more than the other right now.
With the fact that they've put something dead against it rather than hunting it or whatever else.
Yeah,
Or
there's...
biased towards more.
Yeah. Animal sacrifices tend to appease Tal, but it's perhaps gone a little bit more morbid than what
Amount
he
of
would
dead
be.
things nailed to trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite his cup of tea. Maybe.
Well, he isn't smiting anyone with sin points, so.
Indeed.
Perhaps he's not favouring them quite as much. Luckily, we know some Tarlites, as you said to him, Lothar. Perhaps we can get a few Tarlites down here and maybe ease the pressure a little, especially after the help they've given us.
Eamond attempted a quickening ritual of his own a while ago and failed because of the horrors that haunted the woods. Maybe he could come down here and do a combined effort and it might go better, as well as lend his aid to the rituals that they need.
Oh, Yeoman, that's a feller who y'all said is wanting to wipe out all them elves. You think you can be able to get him to sidetrack that to come do this?
Possibly, if he believes that the work of Tal is to be done down here as well.
I hope you can convince him.
Well, we'll see. He can be stubborn, but he's generally a good man. So as long as nothing bad's happened since we left Tal.
Just about to say, and this is happening meanwhile in Bogenhafen.
And quick cut.
God, it's bleeding
Sigurd
out
is
from
holding
his
on
head.
to Jarla, shouting up to the heavens, "No!" Oh dear. Okay. I see what you did there. I liked it. So, a night's sleep for all of you. With an average perception roll, please, from everyone.
These
I'm
have
gonna
gone
wake
well
up.
so far.
I'm gonna wake up dead.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, you definitely went to bed alive, Jebediah.
Oh, come on now.
Oh no.
Come on. That's 3 rolls of 88.
I'm sleeping with one eye open.
Statistically impossible.
We needed the undead around to soak more of the shit rolls off of us.
That's better.
Okay. Jebediah and Henrik.
Mhm.
Both of you awaken simultaneously. This is midway through the night. Everyone around you fast asleep. Save for a few torches that still light the distant surroundings. Everything else is just darkness. And you are awoken by a scream for help off in the distance. You would guess some 100 yards into the woods.
My eyes look to Henrik's. I assume I notice he's awake.
I'm just going to look back at him and shake my head.
You sure?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time something's tried to lure us.
I
Besides,
look very... Oh, sorry.
If it was a problem that needed sorted, big buggers with the giant swords would go and sort it, wouldn't they?
I suppose. They did tell us not to go out in the woods, and I just can't imagine who'd be damn fool enough to go out there.
Well, it's the same as it was on the path. Someone has gone out there, I'm afraid. They're lost.
I frown and just kind of look down, visibly looking a bit troubled by this. I eventually look back up to Henrik's eyes, and I solemnly take a deep breath, and I finally give a nod.
I nod back and lie back down and try to go back to sleep.
I do the same.
Just as you're trying to go back to sleep, a villager approaches with a inquisitive look on his face.
My lord, I heard
Yes.
Looks like he's not trying to get anyone else's attention and leans down to whisper.
I heard a scream in the woods.
I heard it too. But let me ask you something, good sir. Do you think anyone would be stupid enough to go out into those woods at this time of night?
No, sir. Don't think anyone in their right mind would go out there.
Indeed. Perhaps you should keep an ear out for anyone who might be tempted to go and have a look.
But what if someone was taken out there?
Well,
I prop myself up on one arm and I say, "Boy, if somebody was taken, they're already dead. Whatever's out there, it ain't human."
sake. And the chances are, well, do you want to go out into those woods to find out who it is?
Could be a trip.
No. I'm just saying, I thought, what with all these dead things round on trees, I thought.
And he goes to really whispering now.
No disrespect, but maybe they're a cult. Maybe sacrificing people in the woods.
You mean the fellers who are hosting us here, you think might be a cult?
Maybe. I've
That
heard
was a little weird
screaming.
about.
Well,
I look to Henrik.
oh, bloody hell.
Walks away.
We can't afford to. Too dangerous.
I mean,
I agree.
maybe they're not. But I'm just saying. Maybe.
Then kind of like draws a finger across the throat. The throat.
Maybe, like I said, if someone out there, hypothetically, if there really was somebody out there, they're already gone. All you can do for us now, if we go out there, we're as good as dead too. If there were something out there, so why don't you just keep watch through the night and make sure we stay safe?
Yep. I get up out of bed and I'm gonna prop myself up, so I sit and keep watch.
You make sure they don't take you and make you into the next sacrifice.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's just the creatures in the forest that can't get in here.
Would you
Trying
feel
to kill us
better?
all.
Would you feel better if we let you sleep next to our bedrolls, young man?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna hide in a barrel somewhere, nice and safe. But
There
they're
you
not
go.
gonna take me.
That's right. They're
Okay.
not gonna take you. You're gonna be just fine.
Now, if you see anyone taking anyone, you come get me, okay?
Please.
All right, I'll try and find a barrel with an hole in it so I can watch.
And breathe. Well,
I didn't think about breathing. That's a clever one, that is. Anyway, bye.
He goes. Finally.
look at Jebediah. Well, I'm not sleeping now.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me too. I think I might sit up a bit of the night myself. But I ain't going out there.
Where are we sleeping, by the way? Are we outside, or have we been given?
Yeah,
sort of
mats on the
tents?
floor.
Mats on the floor.
There's literally 100 of you, and there's probably 20 people in normally 3 buildings. So it's literally like a small hamlet.
Okay, I think we're gonna sit up chatting the night away and keeping a watch. I think.
Yeah.
I'll have one last challenging perception roll from each of you. As you continue to talk the night away.
One time I pass a bleeding roll.
You say challenging?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3 of you. In the midst of a sentence, again, hear a loud scream.
Son of a bitch! I just look at Henrik, shaking my head.
Off in the distance.
Hands up in the air.
Off in the distance. 200
Does it
yards?
seem like,
300
does
yards?
it seem like it's the same scream, or does it sound like it potentially a different person entirely, or?
With your roll, Henrik? Different to the first. Lazarus?
Yes.
I think it was more likely a man's scream.
Lazarus is still asleep, isn't he?
No, he heard it.
No, that one would have woke him up.
You guys have been talking for ages. You woke him up. He may have a big beak, but he's not. He's still got ears. Jebediah. The scream you hear could be attributed to the accent of a man who wished to hide in a barrel. That's what it sounds like to you, anyway. You just, like, think about him and what his last few words to you, like...
I sigh and I shake
hell,
my
that
head.
sounds like him.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up from my bedroll and look at the others and say, y'all, I recognize that voice. I'm about 93% sure that that's that feller who just came by here. Sounds just like him. And he told us he was gonna hide in a barrel the whole night peeping, which means that someone apparently got to a wide awake man who was keeping watch in our camp. We have a problem.
Appears we do. Should we go look?
I don't know. I reach over and if Lothar ain't awake, I give him a nudge to rest him from his sleep and explain the situation. Lothar, what you think?
The guards should be keeping watch in shifts. If anything's going on, they should have seen something.
Well,
Shoulda.
let's go ask them.
I think it's sensible at this point.
They're asleep.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna
You
go
gotta
start
be
kicking
kidding
him.
me. Yeah, I kick one of their boots
I'll
lightly.
give you one more chance. One of them's kind of hanging in awake, like one eye open, head just nodding every now and again, like, yep, I'm awake. Hey, what's up? Okay.
Look alive, boys. We're losing people.
Sir.
Gotta watch.
Oh, we lost one. Where'd he go?
We lost 2 since we got here, I do believe.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
Woman.
maybe
I've only just started my shift.
Has anyone reported seeing anyone being taken away? Has anyone seen any of the locals?
No, sir. Just watching all of these buggers sleeping in the floor. All seems
Anyone
relatively quiet. There's a couple that have been going out for a piss and coming back, and
You need to get anybody who's leaving for a piss to do it in camp. If somebody sees something, that's sad and all, but better you see your willy than you die horribly.
No, hang on. So people have been leaving to go and relieve themselves. Has every single one of them come back?
He's going to make a big brain intelligence roll.
Oh no.
Bearing in mind his shift's just started.
Maybe. I saw one guy came back.
One. How many?
Yeah, exactly. How many?
I've only just started my shift. I was asleep like 5 minutes ago.
Get the rest of the guards up. We need a head count now.
How many heads do we have?
Not enough.
I need to see if there are any empty bedrolls.
Starts poking some of the guard. Starts.
Harry, wake up. Need a head count.
And I'll offer any assistance if my abilities come
But
to
I
play.
can only count to 12.
Guards, take a torch. Start walking around counting.
I'll help them.
Okay.
I'm going to sort of walk a little bit in the direction of where the screams came from, just not leaving the immediate area or entering the woods or anything like that, just sort of seeing if there's any sign of anything from more or less where we were standing.
Difficult perception, Henrik.
I mean, it's dark, so, you know.
Yes, it is.
All right, roll a natural one, roll a natural one, roll a natural one. Well, I'd pass that if it wasn't a difficult.
Yeah. You could look again when it's daytime.
Yeah.
Probably would have passed then. Jebediah.
Mm-hmm.
You make me an average intelligence roll, please.
Sure.
Jebediah.
Let's see. Intelligence. There it is. Average. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh.
That was initiative.
That was initiative.
What?
It's not the eye. It's not the eye. That's the thing. It's the INT.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Gotcha.
I'll give you a free reroll because it's pretty much the end of the session. So
Dirt. Yeah.
have a free reroll, and I'll give you a corruption point, right?
So I just manually choose. I just do it over, I guess, right? Okay. Average. Yeah, I didn't realize there were two eyes. Okay.
Okay. You rigidly, without realizing it, had counted 94 when you were back in town. That was including yourselves. Give or take, like, maybe 3 to 5, you would think. There may have been a few that weren't within your field of vision. You know, like, 18 were killed, give or take. Carry the 1 plus the 2. I think most are accounted for, like, plus or minus 2 or 3. I mean, we're dealing with pretty big numbers here. And you guys didn't have a census, so...
All right, I'm going to go up to Lothar then, who is kind of taking the role of our leader of our particular little squad.
And I will just clarify that it is maybe. Not we're definitely missing some. In terms of empty bedrolls, none.
Okay.
just to answer your riddle.
Okay. Well, Lothar, looks like we're missing up to 3 people from what I recall. It's not a certainty, though. I do apologize. I'm usually a bit better with numbers, but in all the kerfuffle, I might have lost sight of a few folks. But we might be missing some, but the bedrolls, none are empty. So unless someone's clearing out the bedroll too, then everyone seems to be here.
Have you seen the one that you were talking to before?
Did I see him?
I'm going to say currently you have not checked all the barrels.
Well, maybe we should check the barrels.
Yes, drag him out. Wait, there's no bedroll for him? Did they all have bedrolls?
Well, yeah, did they all have bedrolls?
No.
Well,
The majority
I
would not.
didn't think of that.
Right. Oh. Damn it.
I'll give you a quick round of barrels. There's not that many. I'll give you an easy perception.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll check those. Let's see. Perception. Easy.
Okay, first barrel you check. Some
Ooh.
dried fish, empty rations. Henrik, something attracts you in the air. It's not fish, but cured meat. One of the barrels of provisions smells like a beautiful honeyed ham. Insert ham into inventory. Jebediah, because you rolled the highest. You lift the lid off of a barrel. You see in front of you a hat.
I reach in, pick it up, and do I recognize it?
It was the hat of the man that you saw earlier. But fortunately, underneath it was a head. It looks up at
attached
you.
to a body?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hello, sir. I'm still waiting.
I thought I heard you. I heard a scream. It sounded just like you. Did you hear it? Was that you? Whoa.
Well, that's funny, sir. I heard a scream. And it sounded like you.
I look visibly haunted by this. I quickly tell him, son, you just stay right where you are. You just keep doing what you're doing. Do not get out of that barrel until it's time for us to skedaddle. You hear me?
Nods and sort of motions to have the lid back, please, and his hat.
I will promptly return the hat to the man, put his lid back on, give it a little loving pat on the lid, and walk back to see, run up to Lothar. Lothar, something real weird going on. I found the fella. He is in the barrel. He is still breathing. I asked him about the scream. He says he heard it too. But get this. He said it sounded just like me.
Maybe the forest is playing tricks on us.
Yes, that sounds like whatever these creatures are out in the woods, they're probably in our heads. Yes, I would say so.
Yeah, I'm wringing my hands a bit nervously. This ain't natural.
No. I mean, chased by zombies, completely natural. Creatures in the forest that can make themselves sound like different people screaming. Yeah, definitely not natural.
The zombies were a bit naturaler than this, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Would be interesting to know what.
You've seen a dragon.
Oh, you boys mentioned a dragon to me once before. Don't try giving old man heart attacks. I got it bad enough. We got some kind of creepy crawly out in the woods pretending it's us. You know what? Why don't we all split up, find the guards, let them know the situation? that we believe we are likely accounted for. No one is to go out into the woods. If anyone has to relieve themselves, just find a secluded spot in the perimeter, and do not inspect any screams, because there is something weird out there that is mimicking us.
So I think that's a good idea. And also perhaps have a word with the guards and tell them if they want to fall asleep again, well, they can go for a swim with me.
Whatever that means, I'll let them know.
And that
You gonna
gentleman.
jump on them?
After you, Lazarus.
I was gonna say, is he just gonna jump on them?
That was it.
I think that gentleman is a good point to end today. As you have another leg of your journey ahead of you next week. I wish you good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
Things are about to get a little bit spookier.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. But I'm looking forward to it. Meanwhile, we have the Revenge of Yala happening on Monday. So I don't know what's happening with that. We'll find out. Sorry for spoilers, but you know, if you're watching today and you hadn't watched the last session, you should have. So sorry, not sorry. Any closing statements today from the players?
It's awesome as usual.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, you're not luring us into that forest. I know you tried.
I tried.
It's a good try.
You
I
attempted.
felt bad a few times in the tent.
I mean-
or in the huddle.
I did try because you could have saved 3 people from being sacrificed. Well, 2, because 1 was a fake. Maybe. We'll see.
Or maybe they're all fake.
I'm not falling for this anymore. Oh no, it's a big plot point. Oh, it's not a plot point. Oh, it might be a plot point. No, I'm not falling for that.
Yeah. Okay. Once bitten, twice shy. You'll never get your plot
Yeah.
points. You'll never know what happened to the Orc Greenskin tribe and why they were pretending to be orcs. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on Monday. Doodle pip.
Bye-bye.